You know what I can go for right now?
What can you go for, Corey?
I could go for some fresh country white bread. What do you think?
Me too. Sounds great.
Alright, so, I gotta tell you, this is a Oster Bread Maker machine, alright?
Top of the line.
It's probably top of the line right now. I'd say it's about $60 compared to other bread makers. They can go anywhere from about $30 all the way to $210. So I'd say this one here, for the quality that it does, is a pretty good price. What do you think?
That sounds reasonable.
Alright, so what we're going to do is, like I said, make the country white bread. And we're going to start off with the ingredients that we hear. We got milk, butter, egg, flour, salt, sugar, and yeast. The thing you got to remember about when you make bread, though, is you got to go from the liquids all the way to the dry ingredients. And you have to mix the ingredients in order as they're asked.
And then you have to make a little ball for the yeast.
Right, because the yeast can never touch the liquid. Okay, so we're going to open this up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Inside here, you have the inside. You got the pan here, and then you get the little thing down here which mixes everything. Now, bread makers are nice because you don't have to do anything at all when you're baking. It just does it all on its own. So first, we're going to start off. We're going to pour a cup of milk into the bread maker. Shay's going to put some butter in there. By the way, that milk is fresh from my nipples, so you should pretty much like it. We're going to crack an egg here.
And then after the egg goes in, we're going to put about 4 cups?
It's 4 cups.
4 cups of
bread flour.
Bread flour, not regular. Alright. So, yeah. Then we're going to put about, how many tablespoons?
Let's 1½ teaspoons.
1½ teaspoons.
The salt. That's 1½ tablespoons of sugar. Then now, what did we say about the yeast?
You have like a little pocket you can do it for.
Alright, we're gonna so you can come over here, the camera. As you can see right here, we're gonna put a little hole right here, and then we're gonna slowly pour the yeast in there. This is 2 tablespoons of it. Yeast is very important. You know, you always got to remember, you know, the correct.
Your hands are doing great, Corn.
The correct amount of servings, because you never want to mix silly things up like, you know, baking soda and baking powder.
Oh, that'll ruin a project right there.
Ruin it, because you don't want to do that. You got to be smart about what you're making, or your food will...
You have to be able to count, not put 48 times the amount of...
oh, you got to be an idiot to do that. An idiot! Everything's in here now. So basically what we have to do is we got to set this up. Now if you look here, we're going to hit the start button. Okay, now we have the basics. Oh no, wait, we don't want to. We want to stop. Sorry about that. We got to find the loaf size. So the loaf size we're going to make is 2 pounds, because that's what it calls for. The crust color, we're going to go with the light crust, because I like my crust light. We have to select the menu, and we're going to go with, I think we're going to roll with number 1 here. So for the 2-pound loaf on light crust, it's going to take about 3½ hours. So now we can start it. Now you're probably wondering what's all going on here, right? Well, for the first 5 minutes, the dough is going to be kneaded, and after that, for it's going to take 3½ hours. After that, it's going to do a bunch of things. It's going to rise, it's going to bake, and all that. So we'll come back here in about 3½ hours, and we'll see the final product. Sometimes when you're waiting for bread to bake for 3½ hours, you can watch Dylan Brumbo play some Call of Duty. Care package, Dylan. Been over here. Get it, Dylan.
Hi guys.
Well, our bread should be done now. It's been 3½ hours, and as you can see, it's dark out now. Alright, so let's take a look here. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Smells good, Corn. Smells real good.
Smells awesome. Let's Ow, it's hot.
Oh no.
I'm an idiot for doing that. Ooh, look at that. Looks very nice. Hold on, we gotta flip it back over The only one bad thing out of this is that you'll see when you flip it over with this Oster machine,
the pieces are left in there.
Pieces are left in there, which is no big deal. We'll just take a fork, get it all out of there.
There you go, corn.
There we go. Well, now we have our perfect looking bread.
Oh, that was looking pretty good.
It does look pretty good. You smell that?
With these supervision goggles, I can see it quite well.
So, besides the bread, did I tell you what else it can make?
What can it make, Adam?
Well, besides the bread, this thing can also make jams.
Sounds good.
There's some glaze recipes you can have.
Oh.
There's pretzel dough. And then it just makes all different various types of basic, your express bake and your French type breads. Not to mention your sweet breads.
Express bake's only an hour, too.
Yeah, express bake only works for an hour. So you can make bread under an hour, but we want to make quality bread here for 3.5 hours because you know.
Adam's about his quality food.
I'm about quality, not quantity.
You can tell this is made for him. Sweet bread, fattening.
But we'll come back to you shortly, and we'll...
There's also there's no grease in this one, Corn.
Yeah, there's no grease in this one. But we'll come back to you shortly, and we'll get some samples of people and see what they say about it.
Is that fried astronaut?
Oh yeah, that's all it is. You may try some.
With jam too?
Some quality made black raspberry jam. Walnut Creek.
That's good. Thank you.
Mom, you mind taking a bite for us and telling us what you think of it?
Sure. I'll do it without the jam. See a little bite here. Tastes pretty good.
Is it D1 approved?
Yes, it is.
All right.